How are you, my friend?
I'm
Get
great.
any sweethearts for Valentine's Day?
Oh, glad you finally decided to show up, darling. Glad you could fit us in your busy schedule. No, this is my only focus is this podcast. And this podcast, although it's a
I was gonna
coven.
say OnlyFans for a minute. I was like, wait, what? Are you having like a sale on your OnlyFans or something?
Maybe it's a good time actually. I bet a lot of people are doing that right now. How about you, darling? Tell us a little something.
I'm spending the whole day in bed alone, single, crying.
Have to edit this video after.
Right.
That's the saddest part.
Yeah, actually, I have a photo shoot for one of my classes on Monday. So I have to do like a brochure for our math department. So that's fun.
Okay.
I want to start going back to the gym because it's getting nicer out now. That, and you can tell by our audio quality that it's getting warmer out.
Yeah, at least it's nice to record.
Right?
There's no frequency
The sun
issues.
is out. The birds are chirping. The
Yes.
static has gone away.
We best make haste before moonfall comes, brother.
Before the White Walkers come.
Harry.
I feel like that scene. I feel like that scene in Narnia when like the like the land was like the frost was like melting away. Like that's what it feels like right now.
It feels good. Yeah. You're drinking coffee, having a great time. Yeah.
Oh man.
Valentine's Day, man.
Woo! I'm excited. This is gonna be a fun episode.
We have so much to talk about. I'm so like it feels so like revealing in a way. Like after a face reveal, now like our just spaces where we record and we could show our cool collectibles and stuff. Excited.
Like, it just instead of our rooms, it just pans to like Katrina, like like the disaster.
Well, I told you I needed a calling card after the Peacemaker episode. I need to talk to you in the Philippines.
See like all these houses like that got blown over from a tornado. That's just our rooms.
Yeah. Well, maybe my room. It kind of seems like that at the moment. Probably, I don't know.
Hey,
welcome everybody.
to...
I'm Shanae Robinson for 90 Day Fiance. Okay, go. Sorry. Let's just a reminder to bring back memories.
Fuck it, let's just keep it in there.
No.
Hey. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast with Dylan and Akram. We're doing something special today for Valentine's Day. So if you're not sure what to get your sweetheart for this holiday, we got you covered. We are doing a collectibles review. Some of our favorite collectibles that we own from our own personal collection. So we have a little bit of, DC or Marvel, DC, Star Wars, some other cool stuff too. So I can't wait to get into it. Akram, you have a lot of figures. Why don't you start us off?
Okay, what's up, everybody? Happy Valentine's Day. Or if you're lonely like me, it's not really happy. But starting off, as you guys can tell as well, we love Star Wars. So I'm a big fan of Star Wars. I've been collecting 1/18 scale or 3.75 inch figures for a long time, since I think like third grade. Now Hasbro, they do vintage collection. At the time, it used to be, just like Kenner, stuff like that. And then it moved on to Black Series. Then Black Series transformed into 6-inch figures to, keep up with the more popular Marvel Legends, which they also do as well. But they did Vintage Collection. Vintage Collection is like really nice for 1/18 scale. So I have a whole box here. And, I mean, it's kind of a lot to show. I even have some like
oh, wow.
It's like, it is like kind of...
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is like a box filled. This box is so old too. I think this box is older than like some of my family members. It's like I kept this for like a long time. But like as you can see...
The box just like rips at the bottom and everything falls out.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there's our little friend. I mean, it's just vintage collection like this, and that's the cool thing with Hasbro. They're starting to redo a lot of figures. Some people don't like that because, for example, something I'll show you later, earlier was worth about like $1,000 and something dollars on eBay. Now, because they redid it, it's worth about 300 because you could get it exclusively at Target. But like for example, this used to be worth like $80, so now they
Oh
redid
wow.
it, and that's the great thing about it is that you could get it more easier now, and I find that
Mm.
that's really nice, less pressure. So that I think you can hear my dogs barking again. I'm so sorry, but those are my 2 cents about that.
How many rare figures would you say you own
For like Star Wars
for that box?
rare figures, you know, I'd say about there's about 100 or something there. I'd say like close to like 20 something that was really hard. Like I have Darth Malgus actually. I don't even know if it's here. Darth Malgus was really hard to find at the time. Um yeah, I can't even find it. It's just too hard to get. But Darth Malgus was like at least it cost me about like a couple hundred. Not a couple hundred, but like
Damn.
up to like 130. Because that was like the old Republic, right? There's a
Hmm.
bounty hunter that was in one of the CG trailers. I'm not like sure what her name is. She has like red hair.
Oh,
Um,
she's a Vizsla. I know who you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah, she was in the Old Republic trailer.
she's
Yeah, she's hard to
extremely
find too.
expensive to get. That figure is like really hard. You also have the Republic Commando as well. That's so hard to get. I'm still waiting for Hasbro. They announced long time ago that they were going to do, like they were going to redo that figure.
Hmm.
They never did. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I think her name was Shay Vizsla, the bounty hunter you were talking about.
Yes, that is hard to find. That's expensive. Also, Darth Plagueis. I would have loved the Darth Plagueis figure. I had the opportunity, but I missed it. Now it's like they just like overpricing it. Like vintage collection is great. Like one of my favorites actually is like anything 1/18 scale is my favorite. I don't know. It always like something about 1/18 scale. I just always loved playing
It's
with
just
them
like
as a
it's a
kid.
comfortable size just to own.
Yeah.
Like I feel like 6-inch figures now, like I don't know, I guess because I'm just used to 1/8 scale, but there's just something about something larger. It's nice for like decorative purposes or if you just want to like show off your collection. But I think it's also like they were thinking about the playability of it too. Because remember,
Mhm.
they marketed these like when we were younger kids.
Yeah.
So just something about having like they're not like doll size, I would say, but they're a comfortable like pocket size.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And plus vehicle compatibility. GI
That's
Joe
true.
was like the
Hmm.
forefront too, like to make these. And also if you like to kit bash, if you got like some or like you like to army build too, it's just great to have like a lot of those. Anything like that. There's so much you could do with like a 3.75-inch figure.
Hmm.
But yeah, those are mine. That's like one of my favorites. Still collecting to this day. Probably will always. I'm a big fan. I love you,
I'm telling you,
Hasbro.
we're gonna have a museum by our 80s. We're gonna be
Yeah.
like that dude like in that ranch that has like all these World War II like
Right.
props and stuff, but just like all Star Wars figures.
It feels like World War II trying to get like old Republic figures, but yeah. So those are mine. Yeah, I'm like really fond of them. I hold them closely to me. Back then when Marvel Universe used to do like 3.75-inch figures, but now they
Hmm.
stopped, right? But I will always keep collecting these. I'm always like a big fan. They have new ones coming out. The Book of Boba Fett vintage
Yeah,
collection.
I was gonna say I'm glad that they've continued the line that they haven't really like stopped production now. It's really nice, and the head sculpts are so much nicer looking now.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And the new show's coming out. Everyone's excited. Again, Book of Boba Fett. Then who knows, Kenobi. That'll be nice, like a nice evolution of old Kenobi. If you're lucky enough to get that one or anything. But yes, now continuing on, I'm desperate to see what is your favorite.
Well, I guess since you showed off yours, I might as well show
Show
my
mine.
collection. Uh,
It's a gun.
I guarantee my box is not as big as yours,
Okay.
but the contents of it is like spilling out.
Oh no!
Got this nice shoebox.
Yeah, no, it's like packed meat.
I just pull
or
out these
something.
Versace shoes or some shit.
So you're showing off, making me feel
So
bad.
most of these were given to me by my friend. He had, actually most of the things I own were donated to me. I feel like a fucking like hand me down like Salvation Army
That's
for
fine.
like toys and shit.
It could be rare.
But I have a lot of clones. So this one figure Akram really liked, and then when he saw it, he turned into Moff Gideon and he was like, "You have something that I want."
I love that figure, man. I don't even
But
know if I can find it.
I forget the name of this trooper. If you guys can't see, I'll probably pull up on the screen. But yeah,
It's
I just love the detail that he has, and I
Right.
can't tell if this is a Hasbro vintage or
Hasbro for sure. Hasbro.
it looks Hasbro definitely. I think it's like a rocket trooper or something. I don't know.
Oh
He's
yeah,
really
I think
dope.
it is a rocket trooper, right? Because I bought it off of
Might be.
Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a couple like Skywalker Saga characters. I have like Jango Fett. It's so funny because I was telling Akram this. There's a shop in Philly. And actually it's weird because you can find a lot of these. I was in Chinatown one time and there was this little like underground like souvenir shop. And it's so funny. I wasn't expecting to find this, but there was a whole section that was just like Star Wars and like G.I. Joe figures. And they were like really like nice like quality too. Like they were never opened. So it's like if you ever like find like little like retro pocket stores, like thrift stores, there's a lot of cool stuff you can always discover. But yeah, so I have a lot of cool figures here. I have I love like the 1/8 scale clones. I think they just look really nice. This is my Commander Bly one. I have a Commander Bakara from the Clone Marines. Let's see, I have some really old figures too. I forgot what this series was called. But the old Obi-Wan.
Oh, like Kenner. Yeah, that's
Kenner. That's the one. Where they actually like put the lightsabers into these little handholds here. So I don't know if I have the lightsabers with me, but and that's another thing too. Like if you're looking for like weapons for like the 1/8 figures, they're so hard to find now. Like don't lose the weapons, guys, because like I mean they sell packs, but if you buy it in bundles, it's more pricey. So if you want to find like the individual like weapons, they're really hard to find. But I keep all my goodies in this bag right here.
Yep.
So all my lightsabers, all my blasters. Yeah. Oh, and I have a couple Boba figures right here. So this is not the famous Boba figure with the rocket pack launcher, but it's very close. I think it's actually the one that came after it, where that's actually glued into the backpack.
Oh wow. Oh okay.
Yeah, but so, it's a nice little throwback.
So the other one is like super popular. It's like expensive, right?
Yeah, actually that one I don't know how many are left. But I know they go for like I think one guy was selling it for like millions and shit.
Damn.
Yeah, just because it's so rare.
Right.
And just funny, it's just like the controversy that surrounds certain figures just adds to the value of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm doing a fucking NFT episode right now.
I know.
But this is my other Boba figure too.
Okay, there you go.
I think this one might actually.
That's to activate the arms. It looks like.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I think you like control the arm, then it pops out.
Pretty sure that's by hat. Yeah, but you could check under the foot who's made by. But I'm pretty sure that's
true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I have a couple more clone figures. What I like about these, some of the like, it's weird because some of the clone figures, like the heads, like if you take the helmets off, I don't know if I can show you.
The ball joint?
Just break the whole thing. Yeah, it's like a ball.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it used to be thick. It used to be really fat, those.
Yeah, they're like these little ball things.
Yep.
I think that's just like articulate the helmets.
Those are more
but
secure.
Then like some of them have like the actual like head sculpts. I'm trying to find one that does.
You're right. Yeah, well, vintage collection even more. They have the head sculpts. Back then, I think those were from like 30th anniversary where they used to come with the coin.
Right.
Stuff like that. Yeah, those were really thick. They were really secure, but like hard if you wanted to like place a head there, if you want to customize. You would have to shave it down and use hot glue and Vaseline. That's the way you do it, really.
If you guys are like also interested, there's a really cool guy I follow on Instagram. His name is Camino and Customs. He does amazing mods for figures, and he knows his shit so well. He does really like accurate depictions of like some of the characters in Star Wars.
That's cool. That's awesome. We'll link
a
it down
like
below.
Clone Wars animated series too, so you could see like the head sculpts on some of them.
Nice. Yeah.
It's hard to see, but yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So yeah, that's a little bit of my figures.
That's really cool.
I have a lot of Star Wars shit.
A lot of retro stuff too, which is great because I don't really collect like retro. Unless it was around that time, obviously I would collect it. But like that's really cool to have like stuff from the past because it could be expensive. Who knows? Maybe later on. I think
something about retro. It's just like because I'm a big like nostalgia fan, so I think just having that sentimentality kind of like adds to the value of it. But also just like the way that they were made back then. Just like some of the production techniques were really nice. I loved like some of the movement of like the joints and like some of the figures that they were like really like posable. And I think I've done like a couple like photo shoots with some figures too, so they're really nice to like play with.
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, they're really like vintage collection joints are like they can be if they're stuck out of the package like this, as you can see, like their arm. If this doesn't bend, you could possibly snap it by accident.
Oh,
So
that's right.
really
Some of the
sensitive.
hands too, I think like they had like little
Yeah, that's the cool thing.
like
Though.
thumbtack hands, and they would pop off sometimes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That articulated. Yeah.
But what else do you have, Akram?
Okay. For my number 2,
He just got it from Amazon.
yeah.
Akram
For-
has like a huge Razor Crest model coming. I can't wait to show you guys. We couldn't do it for this episode because it's on its way, but oh man,
Yes.
I saw what that looked like. That's incredible, like scale.
Guys, I pre-ordered that since 2020. The Razor Crest HasLab. That was my first HasLabs, like pre-ordering it. That's one of my favorite like Star Wars ships. Honestly, I loved the Razor Crest when I first seen it. Rest in peace. But yeah, it's coming. Apparently, it's coming. Actually, and the time of this recording, Valentine's Day, right? So that's awesome. So. I'll take plenty of pictures. You guys can follow me on Instagram. It's linked below, but also follow us on the lunch table too. And we'll see.
He opens the box and just a bunch of pieces, like when Moff Gideon blew the ship.
I'm all for accuracy. So if it's like burnt or like just burnt like plastic,
They just have like the little ball that that Grogu had.
Yeah.
That's the only thing left.
it's like supposed to send me like a message or something. I don't know. These figures
That's
here. So I'm not just like a big fan of Star Wars as well. Like I'm a big fan of everything really. Figure wise, like I'm a big fan of like military type of figures or like redesigns of a lot of like futuristic military type of figures as well. So I call this like my Misc box, miscellaneous. It's a lot of stuff from Jazzware Fortnite figures that I just like the way how it looks because you could kit bash maybe in the future, or to stuff like Ori Toy that they make Acid Rain. I love Acid Rain figures, or Joy Toy that they're actually like pretty new, and they're like really cool like redesigns of military figures. All these are like expensive. They really are like, instead of like for a 1/18 scale, it'll be like $30, right? You expect like at least 12. It's like $30. Maybe a pack will be 96 on Big Bad Toy Store. And I'll drop the link down below for everyone too as well. Or Hia Toys that does like DC RoboCop stuff. So this is my box of Misc figures right here. So it's like
tray.
and
That's huge.
So like for example, here you go. Like Joy Toy. I take the accessories apart too, just to make sure. But like, I just like the sculpt. This is like their own original design. I don't know. I just like kind of reminded me of like, I don't know, Doom or something.
I was thinking of Lex Luthor when I saw that for a minute.
Right, exactly. I mean, they do stuff like, our Hia Toys. They have Hia Toys here. Let me see.
Ooh, do you have your Judge Dredd figure?
Huh?
Your Judge Dredd figure?
Oh, I have I'll show you guys the picture. Yeah, I'll show you guys the picture up on screen. Because I did a custom actually for Judge Dredd, and that was really cool to do. I think you guys will like it as well. Dylan likes it. I'm really flattered. Because I thought
I
at
love
first
all
it
your
was
shit,
shitty.
to be honest with you. Like Akram's room is a fucking like mausoleum. of
Oh,
just,
really?
like,
Thank you.
incredible figures. Like the first time I saw, I was like, God damn, I feel so poor.
No. Well, you guys will see the pictures too. This is the first time I don't really take pictures in my room. I kind of like am low key about it. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so
Akram's
much.
room holds the secrets to like government, like
I know.
like
I hold
classified
the secret.
information.
This is my bunker. This is like when it's the apocalypse, you come to like gain knowledge and culture, but
Like
everyone
Dave
has to learn about
Filoni,
figures.
like when he's trying to hide like leaks, he just goes to Akram with
Right.
all the scripts.
You just see my locks here. Yeah, no, I mean,
Tom Holland's been trying to find his room for years.
it's like, I mean, or even like this is from Joy Toy as well. Just like the little
Oh,
this
wow.
kind of looks like Titanfall a little bit.
Yeah, it does look like time. Ooh, I like that.
I
There's a lot of
mean, like,
detail.
You know, oh, you like Doctor Who? I have this for some. I don't know why I got this, but I just like the sculpt. That's
Oh, is that Peter Capaldi?
yeah.
Oh wow.
See, I have like
Nice
all these stuff. like possibly in the future I customize. So I just really am like appreciate the sculpt from it. Back then before Mattel gave up the rights to their DC Multiverse figures and handed it over to McFarlane, they actually used to do, which I thought was great. When DC Multiverse really kicked off, actually one of the first figures was Batman from Injustice 1. And they had other figures like Beware the Bat from the animated cartoon.
Wow.
And then they also did 3-inch figures. So from the games. So around that time was like Arkham Origins. So they're like, this is like Bane, for example, 3.75 inch.
Ooh, that's nice.
It's really cool. Like I wish like more companies showed more love. Like even for Marvel, like they used to always do MCU figures for 3.75 inch. They weren't the best like sculpt or paint apps, but they still did it, right? And then what happened was it died down, and so they started to do movie exclusives. So like example, Ant-Man, right? They did a 3.75 inch with Anthony, and that was cool. That was a Target exclusive. And then they did Black Panther and Sharon Carter. And that was like a double pack. But then after that, they kind of died down. I think not too many people bought them, and it's sad. Honestly, it really is sad because like I would have loved like Spider-Man No Way Home figures or like Falcon Captain America. We did get a Falcon though, 3.75, which I thought was really cool.
Didn't Dark Knight when they came out, they had a 3.75? Correct me if I'm wrong.
They had. I have the head off because I'm in the process of like customizing them. Oh wait, you're talking about Arkham?
Oh wow. No, the Dark Knight movie when it came out.
Yeah, 3.7. This is without the head.
Oh wow. Should
Yeah.
have gone for the head.
I needed the head for something. I was trying to make my own like version of Batman.
'Cause I remember they used to have like I loved when like what was it called? FYE used to have like a lot of like promotional like movie collectibles.
Oh, yeah.
They had the Dark Knight Bat Pod long time ago. I gotta find it on eBay because I used to love that model. But yeah, I used to love when like movies would like have exclusive certain like promotional figures because they really looked like really good, like the way they did it too, because it's a limited series obviously. But yeah, I feel like some productions now they are a little lackluster just because like some of their color choices are off or the head sculpts look a little weird. That's great, man. I love like seeing your figures are so like detailed.
I appreciate it. Yeah, and like if you're really into collecting, like you would know most of the time these things do cost a lot too. 3.75 inch for Star Wars Vintage Collection could run you about $14, sure. But when you start getting into more of the other figures like Acid Rain or Joy Toy, Jazzware figures, so like from Fortnite, these are like cheaper. You can find them in Target or whatever. I just like the designs,
Oh,
kind
wow.
of, you know, you could customize it, whatever. But they do run you like a lot, you know, like this alone. At the time when I bought this was like about $50 just by itself. That's from Joy
Why did
Toy.
I think that was a wrecker from Bad Batch from it?
I could make a custom for that, right? I
Right.
mean, or like even like Halo figures. Like this is like
Oh,
one of the grunts there. The World of Halo figures, Target exclusives. A lot of them you could go there right now, pick it up. I mean, they have like a lot of great figures. If you like to kit bash, whatever, like they have like that, like one of the Spartans or whatever.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's just it runs you a lot of money down the line, but if you're a big fan, you know, you kind of want to just pursue the hobby of
Well,
like figure
collectibles in
collecting.
general is gonna cost you a pretty penny, but it just depends like how much you're willing to pay for.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, the sites that you know, like I'm a big fan of Big Bad Toy Store. Sponsor us, Big Bad Toy Store and Corbath. Please, we beg you.
We beg of you.
send us things. Or you know, just like GameStop is kind of like they have exclusives, but it is kind of hard to get some stuff. It could come out of stock real fast. Amazon's
say-
great.
Yeah, I will say GameStop has kind of like improved with their collectibles lately because I have a GameStop store near my house. It's purposely located right next to a movie theater so that when people after they watch the movie, they can go next door and then get the collectibles from the movie. And that's a great marketing strategy. And they have so many collectibles that I actually have a lot of collectibles myself from there. But yeah, I think they really like up their promotional game now because I feel like, you know, with games, they're kind of like being more online now. I feel like they just have to like up the merch, I guess.
Well, GameStop is funny because GameStop back in the day, GameStop used to be a place where it was primarily obviously for the games. And then I think really games, they kind of changed the market for like even Blu-ray collectibles as well. Like, for example, when I pre-ordered the James Bond collection, they came with the Aston Martin car, right? Back then they didn't really do that. So now it's different. Even Scarface, if you get the remake or something like that, or just like just try and make it more HD. It came with the world thing, that globe, the collector's edition for that. So GameStop back then, yeah, it used to be really different. And then when games start having pre-order bonuses, and then later they had statues, right? And then GameStop said, okay, we're gonna have our exclusive stuff that's through like it's behind the wall of power-up rewards, right? And then now everything's about like little replicas here and there, statuettes, and now it kind of got to that point where it can be expensive, but sometimes thankfully it's a little bit cheaper. But unfortunately what takes a hit is the paint apps, and sometimes the materials, it can feel a little hollow, right? So or foam, I don't know, but yes, that is me. Moving on, show us, what do you have, Dylan?
Well, I guess I should show off I only have one figure here, really.
It's a bottle of water.
This is my Green Goblin figure from 2001, I believe. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. This I actually got on eBay. My uncle of mine had one a long time ago. But it's actually removable, so it does come off the stand, as you can see. I noticed a lot of them actually, like the wings come off at the joints. So some of them you might have to glue on. But I love the detail of this. Green Goblin was always one of my favorite villains.
Right.
And the mask actually does come off. You can see misery. That's
that's so throwback. But the articulation is I mean, he looks like he broke his
legs.
He's
very articulate.
But it's very articulated.
Like even the back.
Yeah.
Like if you can see, like the back is like adjustable. I think just because he was so posable on his glider.
Yeah.
They really wanted you to like really like have fun with him, like the freedom of like mobility. For the figure, so his head is like movable. His hands, the four fingers move, so it has a little like grip, like right here. He has like 2 pumpkin bombs in the glider, but they don't come out. I think the pumpkin bombs are sold separately. But I love the glider design. It looks really cool. Yeah, one of my favorite figures. I wish I would have got like the Doc Ock figure long time ago, because back then I used to love the Spider-Man. I think I actually have a Spider-Man figure. I just can't find it.
I had
back then, like I don't know if it was Hasbro that made the Spider-Man toys back then.
Was it this one?
But
this
they were
was
really
Spider-Man 2. Was it this thingy?
It might have been that one. Yeah, that's so crazy that you had one.
Yeah, it's really old. This is from Spider-Man 2. Hasbro.
Yeah, I think those colors were a little dark for me, but I think the movie in itself was pretty dark too. So, but I do love the detail, like the little webbing on his costume, like the 3D of it. I think that was really well done.
Yeah, for
awesome.
sure. I feel like we're one of the Hasbro like team, like marketing team, like showing off the new Marvel Legends or something. That's how they do it.
Hasbro.
I mean, that's really cool. I used to have a Green Goblin figure like that, but it had the helmet, like it was just the helmet. And
yeah, there was one that were just the helmet, and then there was one that had like the mask that was like removable. Some of them, like I think like there were certain like Spider-Man figures that was just Peter Parker's head and it came off, and then you could put Spider-Man's mask head on. Some of them had, I think, web shooters. The newer ones now I think are more projectiles. They're not really like I would say like model figures now. But yeah, those were really cool memories of my childhood.
That's awesome.
But I also have some other stuff here.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, going back to Star Wars stuff. So I have a bunch of memorabilia here. So Revenge of the Sith was one of my favorite Star Wars movies, still is. I mentioned this in our I think it was one of our Book of Boba Fett episodes. I think it was 2005 or 2006. When Battlefront 2 Classic came out, they had, if you bought it at Best Buy, there was a lithograph, like a promotional lithograph, because it actually came out the same time as Revenge of the Sith. So they were trying to use that as like marketing platform for the game. And I love this lithograph. This is one that I own. Still mint till this day. I usually like hang it on my wall. I just wanted to show you guys. for this episode. So there's Revenge of the Sith on the back, and there's Battlefront on the front. It opens up.
That's
And
cool.
there's a
That's
nice little Mustafar image in the back.
That's really cool. It's really clean
Yeah.
too. You kept it like well preserved.
It's really crisp, yeah. I'm mad because I had a couple posters too that I lost. One was Phantom Menace, and it was Phantom Menace on one side and New Hope on the other side. I just can't find it. I have another Revenge of the Sith thing here. It's a magazine. It's a French magazine called Premiere. If you guys can see it. So this actually came out when Revenge of the Sith was released. So it's a nice little memoir. It's got some nice photos in here. I think magazines really like attest to the time period. So I can
That's
see
cool.
some
Yeah, and it's
pictures
French too. That's like that's interesting. Wow.
here. So you can see like the making of. So there's really like some cool pictures in there from clips from the movie.
Oh god, memories.
So it's one of my favorite movies. I love this spread right here, just like that. That's such an iconic scene.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, I think the front cover opens. Oh, well, just a advertisement.
Chanel advertisement. Maybe.
Right. I have a Phantom Menace official souvenir magazine. I think this was published 1999.
That is so old. Wow.
It's really beat up, but
it's good condition
still
though. It looks good
nice
though. It
picture.
doesn't look bad.
Yeah. So it has like little info on the movie, like some of the terminology. I guess because at the time, it was a new movie, so they were trying to like explain some of the newer characters and like ships and stuff. Because it was a whole new era, right? It wasn't the original trilogy now. So yeah, we have some shots like from the cast, the production, some of the sets, just like little like set piece designs. I think there's even like some Ralph McQuarrie concept art. Oh yeah, here, so you can see like, or Doug Chang, like some of the Gungan art. So really cool stuff. I love Star Wars, and I love seeing like behind the scene stuff. Well, I guess I might as well go in order. So I did episodes 3 and 1. So here's episode 2. So I actually showed some of this in our Book of Boba Fett finale episode, but this is my Attack of the Clones concept art book.
Oh, wow.
A friend of mine gave me this a long time ago. So it's actually, I don't know if it's Ralph McQuarrie and Doug Chang that worked on this. So you can see like some of the artwork for episode 2. It's really nice, and it's so like crazy now, like looking now like the Mandalorian and like the concept art. Some of the stuff that they pulled, you can really like see in this book.
Yeah.
Like the Annihilator droids from the last episode. I just love the designs, the sketch work. The colors are really nice too. Like that's Camino right there, and there's even a page that was about like Ventress, because they were at the time they were trying to figure out like a villain before Doku came along. They were thinking about using like a female like Sith warrior lady, so you can see like the early like concept designs for like Ventress. Right
That's
there.
awesome.
It's a really cool book. Yeah, if you want to get into like lore and mythology and just like the overall aesthetic of Star Wars, I definitely like guarantee like pick up an art book.
Yep.
Let's see what else I have. Oh, of course I have the Mandalorian art book right here.
Ooh.
This is from season 1. Can't wait till season 2 comes out.
Season 3.
No, I'm talking about the book.
Wait, what?
The
Oh,
season 2
yeah.
art book. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't get it wrong this time. Okay.
I know I messed up in the other episode.
That's awesome though. That looks so cool.
Yeah. So this is the season 1 art book.
That's fresh.
So it shows like a lot of the concept art that they use. You can see some were used in the actual show, like during the credit rolls. I just love like seeing like their thought process, like designing like some of these, like, and they use like 3D models, but they also use like sketches too. Like there's some digital art. I love like the character like concepts that they use in some of these. They're just like so well crafted. Like they put so much attention to detail and like everything they put in this book. So it's a really like beautiful like documentation of the production.
Yeah. It's really interesting the insights you learn too from that.
It
of
really is. Yeah,
Grogu.
you learn so much about the show, just like what they were thinking at the time, and there's so
Hmm.
much like a testament to like the older movies, like some of the mythologies that George Lucas intended. Um, but I also have this book talking about like figures we were talking about. I have this book. So if anyone's like really into like collecting Star Wars memorabilia or like figures, I have a Star Wars from concept to screen collectible book from Stephen J. Sansweet. So it talks about the history of Star Wars merchandise from each movie. Goes into detail, like some of the promotional concept art, some of the older figures. I think there's even a mention of the Boba Fett figure we were talking about. So
Oh,
yeah, it's a really
wow.
cool like history piece. You can see like some of the set. Like if you're a big like toy fan like us, you really appreciate it. It's such like a well organized little history of Star Wars toys.
That's awesome. Yeah, and it shows the birth of the vintage collection too. One of my
Yeah,
favorites.
yeah. It's so, like toy sales have really changed over the years. I would say like
Hmm.
it went from just being about marketing movies to now just becoming its own entity.
Yep.
I would say like it's crazy now. I mean, it still obviously is tied with like Marvel Legends. Some of the MCU figures, of course, they use that now to market the newer movies. But now it's just like there's so much because they know there's a whole community of just toy collectors now, and they really I feel like try to push that edge.
That's what's up. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
but that's some of my stuff.
That's really cool.
Moving on, what do you have for us, Akram?
Well, if we are continuing on Star Wars traditions, sorry about that. It gets tight here.
We don't have enough time to do everything that we want to do, guys.
I know.
There's just so much stuff we own.
Cool things. I'm a big lightsaber collector as well. I've been collecting
Oh, yes.
for a long time. I'm more of a fan of collecting like replica stuff. So there's a whole community for lightsabers because lightsabers just don't come from Hasbro. And the problem with Hasbro lightsabers is they come off a bit chunky, right? With a lot of their like, if they just did the dark saber, it's great, but it comes off a little chunky. Darth Sidious's lightsaber by far is the most chunkiest. So like
yeah,
for
it's huge.
you, yeah. Back then, master replicas were the best because they had the actual prop and they could copy from it, right? Those can be really expensive to find. Now, companies or just small businesses, they started to invest in like CNC machines or like people overseas, like in China, that has a CNC shop, right? And they would, like, for example, Corbanth or somebody like that would come up with the designs through a 3D model, right? And try to get the most accurate replica they can. Get it done through CNC, see if it's accurate, see if like what they could do to weatherize it perhaps or something, or even they'll weatherize it themselves when it ships, right? And so these you could wait for like a year or 2 years maybe. It depends, and they could really cost you depending on how rare the replica is. Like if you don't see like a Yoda lightsaber, a hilt by itself anywhere, if it comes back, that could cost you like about $500, right? So lightsaber replicas are really expensive. And the great part is also, if you just want like an original design of your own, there are some places to go to. For example, some places do commission like Phoenix Props or Saber Forge. I know that's kind of like a notorious one because the customer service isn't that good. And also Starfall Sabers, which I'll link down below the Etsy of that. I don't know if they're taking commissions right now, but you could get a mystery box saber. And let me tell you, like I think they did like a news like video on YouTube of the person who runs Starfall Sabers. Wonderful job. Like it's honestly like movie ready. It's so like it's just the way how he does it and the way how he redesigns stuff. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. Commission is probably going to cost you up to $1,000 though, but
at least, yeah.
yeah, and also tech, right? There's technology. So back then it used to just be a light with like some sound, and then kind of like how Black Series was a little bit further back then. And now you could do NeoPixel. NeoPixel is like kind of like almost like OLED, I'd say. It's just like individual LEDs that run throughout the tube. They're not battle ready, but if you want to show off some cool effects, right? There's a community that makes sound effects. There's a community that makes different types of effects, like fiery type of effect. You could emulate Kylo Ren's lightsaber. So much you could do with NeoPixel, but it will cost you a lot. So that's why I'm not a big fan of like collecting sabers with a tube connected, and I'm more of a fan of just collecting empties, because I like to picture myself as like kind of like an archive of like lightsabers, canon lightsabers at least. So I have a lot. It's too many to show you guys, but one of my favorites is near and dear to me because that's my first saber I bought from Saberforge, right? And I customized it later on. And so this is my lightsaber. So
Woo!
I did some weathering here,
That's
as
beautiful.
you can tell. Thank you. I mean, like little wires.
Just activates and like cuts the screen off.
Right, I know. Some little tweed or whatever here. I wanted
that detail is so like intricate. Like I feel like it's like an actual like movie prop.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, this took a lot of work, and just a lot of love. I mean, I always like things that look kind of like beat up, like there's a story behind it. I was really a big fan of Kylo Ren's saber because there is a story behind it, as you can see in The Rise of Kylo Ren. So like wires here, there. I'm not even a fan of turning it on. I just like how it feels in the hand. It's really firm, strong. And even I have like a bracelet here that my mother gave me. I have it like personally connected to this.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like a really like personal type of like, just a lightsaber to have. It looks really rustic.
So which company did you order from originally?
So this is from
one?
Saberforge. Saberforge, they have like 3D. They have like a 3D model designer that you could like get into, and you could kind of like switch out the pieces. The great thing for Saberforge, and this is like an honest review, right? The great thing for Saberforge is the parts are awesome. They're of quality, right? And they're durable. The bad thing from Saberforge is the customer service. Customer service is like not good whatsoever, I'd say. I've tried to contact customer service multiple times back then. They didn't answer. I don't know how they are now though, because this was like since 2018, 19, I think. This was around when The Mandalorian actually came out, when I ordered this. I think like after the season finale of Mandalorian, I ordered this.
Oh wow.
The electronics, I don't know how they are now. I think that they just got into NeoPixel. NeoPixel's like top tier, right? If you really want like something that lights up and you don't care about battling or anything like that, get NeoPixel, right? It's expensive.
If you want that look where like the lightsaber looks like it's activating out, definitely get NeoPixel. Otherwise, it's just like the whole tube lights up.
Right, exactly. And like sometimes like that you could get parts, like there's what is it? I think it's just called saberparts.com or something like that, where you get like heat tubes and stuff like that to put in here. It's, and you have to know a lot about soldering too. If like you're a big fan of like customizing, you have to know about like the electronics, how to like put software into there. And Saberforge, I feel like they made it easy to do that. But the thing is, I think the customer service, which was such a downfall, because you spend so much money. And imagine if they don't answer back, you don't know what's going on. It's really a pain in the ass. And I'd say like if you're willing to wait and like just like kind of feel like you're throwing your money like in a black hole, but you kind of know something's gonna happen, go for it. Otherwise, like choose somebody else, or perhaps, I don't know, if you're really good at what you do, get like some other stuff like through, I don't know, aftermarket parts or whatever, or even Ultrasabers. Dylan has like he'll show you, but like Ultrasabers, you could even do that if you're like a fan of like, you really want to take that blank slate and you want to really maximize the customization, whatever. But yeah, for me, if you guys are really a big fan of any lightsaber, just keep in mind, like if you're a big fan of like collecting, they are expensive. So like the dark saber was like around $200, whatever. Corbanth, they're great. I love their empties. But they are expensive, especially if you're trying to collect a lot. They could run up to $100 even. Like Dark Ray, they came out with Dark Ray. I missed that opportunity because it was like up to 600. KR Sabers, based in England, really awesome guy. Carl, his name is. I ordered some sabers from him. He's a really cool guy. And the quality actually is like really superb. It's really good. And sometimes they do partnerships with Corbanth as well, to make other stuff like Solo's Hold as well. Well, if you really want to spend spend money on an overpriced saber like for no reason, go Solo's Hold, because them Jones are like at least 1,000, just like an empty, not painted, right? But thankfully, Corbanth is so great that they came out with Ezra and Kanan's lightsaber painted at a cheaper price for 400, right, instead of 1,000. So those are great. There's so many options. I'd say the best way to get into it is not through Google. Go through, Facebook. Try to look for some communities that you could join, or groups. See what's the buzz right now, and see how you can get into it. Yeah, buzz droids. See what's the buzz droids. But yeah, that's my 2 cents of it. It's a very expensive and meticulous.
It's a big market. I have a question for you, Akram. So, obviously Galaxy's Edge came out and they have their own shop now where you can construct your own lightsaber.
I know.
Tell me your opinions of what, like, for people that are trying to get into the saber community, what differentiates a Galaxy's Edge saber from, say, like a Corbanth or like a Saberforge saber?
Sure. So Galaxy's Edge, first of all, I have a lot of them and they're replicas. I don't have an actual custom built one because you would have to go there or you have to get it from eBay. The only way you get these is through eBay or somewhere, something like that, right? That's the only way because they're exclusive to Galaxy's Edge, unfortunately, right? But what differentiates it is, number one, is the experience, obviously. And number two, it's the inner parts. It's a lot like a Black Series saber. But what's great about it is there's a kyber crystal inside, a fake one, obviously. It's just plastic. But that kind of like does like a mechanism. It activates it, right? And all these glowy things happen in the sounds. As opposed to Corbanth or any of those that I mentioned before, they're more of like the adult collector, I'd say, like the more professional. Because it's all wiring, depending on what type of electronics. Saberforge offers lamps. I think they might have offered, NeoPixel. A lot of places now, they only exclusively offer NeoPixel, so it'll run you a lot. But yeah, you're not so worried about the innards of it, unless if you go to like Etsy and you get something like they have custom Luke lightsaber, like the Saga from Luke, that you could take out the battery, slide it out. It's the battery, but they actually customize the inside and has like ribs and stuff in a kyber crystal just for show if you really want that full experience. But that's really expensive. So it's a nice family like prop to have, like for the kids, right? All you got to do is twist it. There's a show behind it. There's a limited amount of parts. The quality isn't that good, a little bit chunky, but overall, I think it's for the experience.
Yeah, great comparison.
Thank you.
Well, I guess I might as well show mine off. So, Ultrasabers, this is my Dark Apprentice V4.
That's what's up.
Ultrasabers was my entry into the saber community. They're kind of more on I would say, the budget side of things. Akram, I would say, good. Has the more higher tier sabers. So obviously he likes customs. I like durability and longevity. So this one, I think, cost me like around between $250 and $320.
Oh, wow.
I can't put my finger at this. Is actually my second saber. My first one, I think this is my first Dark Apprentice. Yeah, at the time, I was just looking for like a really because we used to have like May 4th lightsaber battles in school.
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole story behind that. This one's pretty nice. They have like a whole section. You could check it on their webpage. They have ones that are like similar to the movie props, but not like replica accurate, I would say. But if you just want something like, just to like fuck around with, or just like just show off to your friends, they have like a lot of cool customization options when you start. So you can actually pick which electronics you want inside it. You can like obviously the colors you can choose from. They have like a good variety of colors, I would say. You can get like this one, like you can get with the windows, like the holes in it, or without it. You can even have like a little ring light where the activator switch is. The only thing I don't like about this is like actually where the placement of the activator switch is, just because it doesn't feel comfortable when I hold it. And these ones are actually like screw off, so you can actually see what the insides look like. So the speaker's on the bottom. So this one just pulls out a kyber crystal. So you actually see where the electronics are, and the batteries go here. So mine's a lithium ion buck puck. So these are rechargeable. So I'm actually I'm glad that Akram's giving me tips on like lightsaber like tips, because I actually want one that's like a quick rechargeable one as opposed to like the battery one. But this is my second Ultra Saber. This is my Dark Apprentice. I like this one a little more. It's got like a little more grip. I like the windows on the hilt,
And it's smooth too.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really smooth, and it's like, and also like depending on like how much, like they have different grades for sabers, like the actual like, so this tube right here. So I like to like actually like fight with my sabers. So you can get like ones that are like more durable, or you could get ones that are more translucent if you want like a brighter saber. It's not NeoPixel, but I feel like NeoPixel might be the standard in a couple more years. But so yeah, here's the activator switch. So
That's
it's
bright.
really loud.
Yeah.
I love the sound effects. Obviously it's not dark, right? But it's actually pretty bright on screen
It is,
right
yeah.
now. So yeah, it actually has like motion sounds with it. If you hold it down, it turns off. And actually, they have a few sound fonts you can get with it when you buy it. So if you hold down the button, you can actually pick which sound font you want. So this is, I believe, the episode 1 sound font. You can get other ones.
Confirmed.
There's one where
cool.
it's like really loud, but it sounds like more like Count Dooku's lightsaber.
Yeah.
Confirm.
Obviously, I can't do it right now.
I have issues too.
It's a really old saber, so it's probably
That's
worn
cool
out,
though.
but
Yeah, that's great.
that was my introduction to sabers. But yeah, if you're looking for something just like more affordable, I think Ultra Sabers is
Yeah.
a good way, like segue. There's also Kyberlight. I haven't really like bought Kyberlight, but if you want to mess with them too. But yeah, Saberforge, like Akram said, like their customer service isn't great, but they have a lot of great options if you're looking for like a more high end looking like hilt or saber or electronics.
Yep.
Yeah, but we'll add some of these stores in our description video.
Sure.
But yeah, Lightsaber is a great community if you want to get into Star Wars. But let's move on. While we're on, I guess, Star Wars props, I also have my Black Series Death Watch helmet
Oh,
that
I
I
love
ordered from
that.
GameStop. So that's actually a custom one that I made. Well, the actual helmet is like made from Black Series, but I just painted these Death Watch markings on it. So it's really cool. Only thing I don't like about these helmets is they're kind of made from the same Boba Fett sculpt.
Yeah.
So you can see, I don't know if you guys can see it, but like they have like some of the little Boba Fett mold marks on here. They took out the dent in this one. But some of them you could still like tell there was there.
That's awesome. That's
So they're pretty
awesome
much the
custom.
same helmet, but they have the same electronics. So like this, I think Akram has Boba Fett helmet as well.
I do.
So this little rangefinder comes down. There's like the 2 little lights.
Mm-hmm.
The insides I'm not like a huge fan of, just because like the head I feel like is too high. Like my eyes, like when I put it on, actually is like right here. It's not where the T is. I wish there was like a way to like adjust it. But I mean, as far as like movie like accuracy, it looks okay. It's
Yeah,
not, like,
yeah,
the
it does its
greatest,
job.
but but if you just want something that's like like a ornament or like a house piece or something, it's really cool. You can like paint it, customize. I like put like a couple scratches on these too. But yeah,
But
cool
awesome
series.
custom.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually want to get into more like, because there's a couple Etsy shops where they have like Mando like
Right.
3D printed armor.
Yeah.
So I want to get more into like those.
Well, I mean, if you want to cook
but-
soup in it, just flip it upside
Yeah.
down. And for your loved ones, give it to your
Just put,
mom.
like yeah, if you for Valentine's Day, if you just want to have a helmet and then just throw some chocolate or roses in there.
Yeah, that's it. It's big enough.
Like boba, and then you just drop it like
Cook some chili in there. You're good. You're set.
Halloween candy. You just want to like put
Right.
it inside or something.
Start a fire in there. Probably withstand it.
But yeah, so there's some of mine.
That's
What
great.
else do you have, Akram?
Yeah, so you know what's just funny? We're so into Star Wars, here at the lunch table. So I have another one here, actually more of a high-end collector's item as well. This is from The Mandalorian season 1. I almost dropped everything. So
You just dropped
this,
it.
yeah, I know. It's really flimsy. That's why it's like,
It's really big.
yeah,
Jesus
it's
Christ.
well 1/6 scale Hot Toys collectible from The Mandalorian. This is the exclusive one. This is his original armor. I have other pictures I could show you guys on screen as well. Like in that like in my corner, there's like other ones that I had before for reviews. But like
That is so amazing. Like the detail on that.
the detail, man. This is my first Hot Toys ever. The detail is exquisite. They did such a remarkable job, honestly.
Truly
Like the cape.
remarkable, the detail.
Yeah. It's like, and this one came with Grogu and his little crib things. So like it's a really remarkable, like I'm starting to collect more and more Hot Toys. It's just the thing is, if you get into Hot Toys, I'd say for sure obviously go to Sideshow Collectibles. They have payment plans as well, but the thing is, like, Hot Toys take like a year or 2 years, maybe 3 years to come out. Like I'm waiting for season 2 Boba Fett with his acid damage armor, and it also came with the Tusken type of Boba Fett. That's like a double pack. That's gonna take forever. That's like in like late 2022. I have some stuff from What If. I'm trying to collect like all these like Captain America type of like characters. I got, I mean, you guys could see the pictures right there. The details is exclusive to Hot Toys. Obviously, nobody does it like them. It's amazing. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. But since we're still on Star Wars, because one final thing I want to show you guys, and I feel such like a shame that I don't have the HasLab Razor Crest right now, but some people do. But I'll show it like in my Instagram. If you guys follow my Instagram or the lunch table, you guys will see it there when it eventually come. But now for a cool transition.
我老公妈，我不知道关于老公妈。
Transition over. Look
What
at
a
this.
piece of junk.
Yeah, it's a piece of junk. This is the Millennium Falcon on eBay back in the day. I actually have the original one too downstairs in my basement. It's so wait, I just want you guys to get a good
You
look.
look like you're struggling to hold it up.
It's heavy, dude. It's like it
Holy
opens
fuck.
up too. See, back in the day, when vintage collection was like a lot about vehicles as well, mostly. The detail was great, right? And so they did do a Millennium Falcon Target exclusive around, I believe it was like $300 at the time. Really expensive, really huge, very scary. And now, how the market kind of like shifts and people try to scalp and like make things more expensive. It's worth like around $1,000 and something on eBay. And what they did was, because of this whole thing where like they're redoing a lot of figures, so they redid the fire spray. Now we're supposed to call it, right? You could get that now. Back then it was expensive too. That was like worth at least like $750 for like a vintage collection. Now it's like you could get it anywhere. I actually have the one that's like the original one. But yeah, this is a Target exclusive. This is like the newer type of version. As you can see, like the satellite, it's hard to show you guys because it's so big. The satellite here, it's like from, Force Awakens, stuff like that. This is $400. So there you go. So this is Target
Probably
exclusive.
still cheaper than the Lego set.
Well, yeah, no, that's why I don't get into Lego sets. It's like,
No.
let me
That's
see.
why we don't have Legos on this episode. They're just too expensive.
I know. Let me see. How do you turn this thingy on? Here.
Oh wow, it has sound effects.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Can
you
you
see?
put figures inside it?
Yeah, so what you do is
Holy shit. Just like hide your money in there.
right, I know, it's like a good hiding spot. I wish they open up this part. Like, I don't care about electronics. I just rather care
Oh
about
yeah.
but like,
Detail.
yeah, and oh shit. Sorry.
It
This-
actually like, shoots blaster balls.
I know. So this is the inside of it. I feel like this is the inside. This is screenshot worthy. The inside's pretty cool, pretty little pool table. There's a little pool table there.
We're literally struggling to show you guys this collection.
I know. I'm like dropping things left and right. It's like so hard. It's so big. I keep this on my coffee table here, actually. So like, oh, here's the coolest part.
Oh wow, that's so intricate.
I know, the battery compartment. It's the battery.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
That's it. But yeah, so this is I love this. Obviously everyone's like one of their favorite ships. But now the Razor Crest, I feel like takes it more for me. Like I love the Razor Crest. I think they're about the same size, closely or roughly the same size.
Approximate, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know where I'm gonna put the Razor Crest because this place is small. But yes. Yeah,
you're gonna have to rent another room, dude.
I'm gonna have to like rent another apartment. I'm gonna have to go to an apartment and just rent an apartment to fit all
like
this.
a studio apartment just for your
And then he shot him. Uncle Ben was killed that night for being the only one who did the right thing. I held his hand when he died.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I actually have Darth Vader's TIE Advance. I'm just gonna put it on screen. I'm not gonna struggle like Akram did, but here's mine. But that's cool. I guess while we're still on Star Wars, I could show off a few more things before I get into my other stuff.
Okay.
So Akram's huge on figures. I'm huge on Funko Pops. I got into Funko Pops probably around like after I graduated high school. I got really like I don't know which was my first Funko Pop. I think was actually Daredevil's black suit, and then I got Elektra's season 2 costume from the Netflix show, and then for one of my projects for college, I actually did a project where I had to photograph like Funko Pops and like different scenarios for like some postcards. So I can't show you all my Funkos. Unfortunately, there's too many, but I can show you some of my rare exclusives. So I have a bunch of Mandalorian Funko Pops. I have like a whole row right on my desk right here.
Oh wow.
But here are two that I own. They're both Boba Fett. And these are the 2020 Spring Convention limited edition exclusives.
Oh wow.
So they have like the little like Mandalorian detail on there. That's the black one. Here's the red one right here.
That's awesome.
So yeah, they're really cool. I think Boba Fett was actually the first Funko Pop.
Are you
Correct
serious?
me if I'm wrong. That might have came out. I actually have it right here.
The first one?
One of the first.
Oh my goodness.
So here's the original. So it's number 8.
Wow.
So he looks a little chunky here, but
Wow, yeah, that's so old then.
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
It's really hard to find this one, like on eBay now.
Uh-huh.
Funkos I think are like a huge market now compared to what they were.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like they're getting so popular now. With all the newer movies.
Yeah.
I also have the holiday special Boba Fett.
Oh wow.
Right here.
Exclusive.
Might as well show all my Mandalorians while I'm here. I have an Imperial Death Trooper that's like a Walmart exclusive silver chrome one.
Oh, that's what's
This
up.
was actually given to me by a friend, but yeah, I love that shine on it. So yeah, I'm a huge collector. I have a couple like from the Mandalorian itself. I have Bo-Katan. I have the Armorer. I have some of the covert Mandalorians. I have Gar Saxon from the Clone Wars.
No, shit.
And I also have Jango Fett right here. Like dropping shit.
So many Mandalorians.
So many Mandalorians. I call it my Buckethead collection.
Yeah.
Just because there's so many. But yeah, he actually has a jetpack in this one.
Oh, Walgreens is
You can
damn,
see
they
it,
sell
right?
this everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, actually like Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Was it Rite Aid or Walgreens maybe? They actually have a lot of exclusives, which I'm actually like surprised. GameStop has a great collection too. Hot Topic, Box Lunch also has like a lot of great exclusive pops too.
Listen,
If you're looking,
I'm not gonna get into it because if that motherfuckers at Box Lunch sell exclusives, I'm not going for it. That's it. I'm not. No, Walgreens What's next?
Walgreens
KFC?
too. Your local comic book store. I noticed a lot of comic book stores who sell Funko Pop. Maybe not exclusives, but they have a good variety. There's actually a local shop in my town that has like a wide variety of pops too. Some of them are actually signed to. Some of them are exclusives, but yeah, the Funko Pop market now it's huge.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like great ones out there. So yeah, that's some of my collection.
Popeyes
I have
exclusive. Chick-fil-A
Right.
exclusive.
Chick-fil-A. McDonald's.
That's
Like
awesome, man.
you can open a Happy Meal, it comes out with one.
They should do that.
Right. See, we're basically marketing like all these toys. Like, come on, like take notes, like Hasbro and
Come on,
Funko.
man.
Like, we're giving you the clay, make some pottery.
Right. Oh, I'm so jealous because I needed that one.
Yeah, this was
I
actually a
love
birthday
that.
present from a friend of mine.
That's
So
great.
this is the Black Series 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett. I love that little shine on him. I haven't unboxed it just because it looks so good.
Yeah.
That packaging is really clean too. It like really glows too.
Yeah.
And then just in time for Book of Boba Fett as well.
Yeah.
Got some anime figures. So I have Todoroki from My Hero Academia because he's one of my favorite characters. I think I got this from GameStop actually.
From McFarlane, right?
Um,
Isn't that from McFarlane Toys?
From yeah, actually McFarlane too.
Yeah,
Right
I
there.
knew because I tracked
Mhm.
those. Yeah, I saw them.
Yeah, he looks really articulate. I haven't taken him out the box yet,
Mm,
but yeah, he's got some like switchable hands.
yeah,
Some of his fire and ice powers right there. So really cool.
that's cool.
Let's see what else do I
Weeb
have?
alerts! Weeb alerts! Everyone, get down!
Well, how about you? Do you have anything you want to share before I move on
Yes.
to my?
This was cool. So I posted a picture actually of this on Instagram not too long ago, and I was surprised because a lot of people was like digging it. I was like, wow. And so
Digging it?
yeah, no, I know. What was cool was two of the authors that actually helped make this book. They actually commented, and one of them actually, one of them actually messaged me to like send them a picture of it. So I actually sent them a picture. So I kind of contacted them, which was great. That was awesome.
That's awesome.
And the actress of the picture, and I'll put that picture up right now for you guys to see. That little girl that you may know, she actually commented as well. So I was like, holy shit, she actually commented. Obviously, Iron Man's daughter. So this is
Shit.
the story of Marvel Studios. Waited for
Wow.
this forever. This is like really, really good if you're a big
That
fan.
packaging is really nice.
Oh yeah, like if you're a big fan of the MCU in general and you just want to know more about like behind the scenes, right? It's really like premium like quality. It's like really a great collector's item. And Kevin Feige even said he's a big fan of like back then in the 80s and stuff. They used to do books of like movies or like Star Wars. I even have a book of Star Wars here, like the whole history. But he always wanted to do something like that, and this was like years of work, right, in the making. And so like the pages here, like let me see, I just saw Kendrick Lamar here. I was like, wait, what is this? I think like here you can even see like the making of Doctor Strange and stuff like that. It's really nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's like everything they have here. Or Iron Man. Actually, I think I have the picture here in person for you guys to see as well.
Do they have like some of the artwork from the movies?
They have everything. I'm trying to look for it right now. Actually, they have more. Yeah, okay. Well, they have like storyboarding, but that's not really like storyboarding.
That is incredible.
Yeah, it's like, and this is so influential. I just noticed this right now because this is like the most iconic thing for the MCU. The first time Spider-Man shows up, and look, they got to draw it here. I mean, that's awesome.
Oh wow. That had to be like a bitch to like produce, just because like I know like what goes into like the printmaking process.
Really, yeah.
That just like compiling all of that had to be like at least like a couple years. But
It must have
wow.
been. Yeah, it's great to have like I hold this near and dear to me as well because like I feel like so much love for it because me and Dylan love the the MCU, and we're gonna review obviously Moon Knight coming out soon. Just so much coming out soon, which is awesome.
I even have a magazine right here, the official movie special when Infinity War came out.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
So yeah,
Is
it's
that
really
that
cool.
from
It
time?
just shows- oh, I think there's like cast interviews in here.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so yeah, we're huge nerds as you can tell.
That's really nice. Yeah, no, we-
just if you haven't already told by now.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's all about. Hoping to share the love, right?
Share the love on Valentine's Day.
Well, I have one
love
more
of the MCU.
I have just one more thing, and then I'm wrapping up my stuff because I don't really have like a lot of stuff I own. I love obviously, all equally. I'd say it's hard for me to like really choose, but I kind of choose the ones that I think you guys might like. But they're all like because the funny thing about me is I like to tie a lot of things that I own to memories of my childhood and stuff like that. Because obviously and Dylan, he's a big fan as well. We love this. It just affects us so much. We're so passionate about it. So like everything I kind of love. It's like loving children, right? You kind of try to love them equally. But on a softer note, fuck you guys if you hate The Last of Us Part 2, because fuck you anyway, because I love it.
Disc case though.
Yeah, so this is funny, right? Because I have the collector's edition of Last of Us Part 2. I was planning to long time ago when I bought all this equipment to do a documentary of The Last of Us Part 2. I have a trailer, link down below. There's an awesome trailer, but I didn't have the chance to do it yet because I was so busy with this podcast. It takes a lot of work. And
I say then a certain Filipino guy walked in and was like, "Do you want to do a podcast?"
Listen, if a Filipino ever comes up to you and offers a podcast like partnership, run for the hills.
Reject it.
And call the police. Lock the door. Do not join. Take it from. This is a cautionary tale, okay? Take it from personal experience.
Did you have hopes and dreams? Well, too bad, because now that Filipino guy is going to take them all away.
They're crushed. What happened to my Last of Us documentary? That's like 7 months ago. I feel so embarrassed.
It's like getting married, like all your hopes and dreams die, and then you have kids, but now you're just glued to this podcast.
Literally, the end says coming soon. That John should have said coming in a year from now. That's like I'm basically
like Hideo Kojima.
For sure,
like,
I'll be there next year. I mean, one soon, hopefully, right? Because obviously I have school and I'm trying to do content creation for like Instagram, but hopefully I could do the documentary for you guys because it's all about narratology, right? So kind of like a self plug there. But this I bought from Etsy, which is kind of funny because I don't really buy like a lot of stuff from Etsy, because I love the game so much. I platinum it. I've played it 5 times, right, to study up on it. I brushed up on my mic, sorry. So this is like a retro kind of like case cover for it. Watch me break it right now. So the game was like so hefty with like data that I had to come with 2 discs. So there's like another disc inside here because it did come with 2 discs, right, to install. There's some artwork there.
See, I like retro. I miss like the old PlayStation cases.
Yeah,
like
right.
The retro with the little, where you would take the slip out of the case.
Yeah,
and it had like the details inside. So that's awesome that they packaged it like that.
Yes, I always have it here in a little stand because it's like, again, it's one of my favorite games because I get it. It's one of those games where you may not like the choices or like Abby, but it's one of those games where you're not meant to like really like it. It's very like realistic, I would say, in a way. It's kind of like the Book of Boba Fett we were talking about. It's like they went a very mature way about it, right? It's not all like action. There's rough things and some characters may die and some, they're only human. And that's why I love this game and I love the mechanics. It's just because of that, and that's why I wanted to produce the video for you guys. So hopefully soon, one day, very busy schedule here at the Lunch Table Podcast. And obviously, please like and subscribe. We really appreciate the help. Thank you. But that's enough of me talking shit. So now, Dylan, here you go. So show us what you got.
Well, like I said, if you haven't followed Akram's channel, Green Steel, check it out. He's only got a couple of videos, so you guys could like breeze right through them. But they're really well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, when he does finally have some free time to do his documentary, I hope you guys will check it out.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
But I have a couple. Actually, I say a couple, but I actually have a bunch of stuff. But well, that's so funny that you mentioned the actress that you got to like meet her and shit. I have 2 signed autograph pieces. If you guys can't see, right here is my Terminator poster.
Oh yeah,
that was actually signed. I'll put up on screen too because you guys can't see it. But it was signed by Ed Furlong, who played John Connor.
Wow.
So I met him at Chicago Comic-Con. Actually, no, I think it was Philly Comic-Con, 2019, I want to say. So he was really cool. He looks old now, but
oh my gosh,
yeah, he was really cool. He got to sign my my poster. And then I also have, this one is really near and dear to my heart. So some of you may not know, but I'm a huge Cowboy Bebop fan.
Mhm.
We talked about in our review for Netflix, tragedy as that was. But so I used to do sketches of Spike Spiegel, and in 2017, I want to say, I was at Chicago Comic Con, and I got a chance to meet Steve Blum, the voice of Spike Spiegel, and I say the voice of our childhood basically because he voiced so many characters. He voiced Wolverine, he voiced Green Goblin, Madara from Naruto, so many characters. So yeah, he was really cool. I got to see like a panel show with him afterwards. I even have a photo with him. I'll put up on screen right here too. He's really cool. So yeah, he signed my sketchbook right here. So if you guys can see, it says
Oh, wow.
Yo Dylan, bang, right here. I wish I would have got the certified thing, like the autograph certification, but it costs extra. But
Oh,
anyway, it's more personal for me, so that's why I don't care.
that is so
But
cool.
yeah, he was really cool. He even said my artwork was really cool too. That meant a lot to me.
It looks
so that
great.
was really cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
Steve Blum
man.
is an amazing guy. Like he's still doing like voice acting projects till this day. So, and I think he has a TikTok too.
That's what's up.
Is
so
couple more
cool.
things. I guess I'll go into music. So
Ooh.
if you guys are looking, I know like music and like speakers are like a big thing now. If you guys want something more attractive or like stylized for your music, I have with me a Gravastar speaker.
I love that thing.
So I know it's so cool. You might have seen it marketed on like maybe Instagram or Facebook, but these are really cool. So it's like a robot replica, but it's actually a speaker. So these legs fold. You can like fold them in or like extend them out. They don't move. I wish they were like rotatable. But it's a really well made speaker. I would say it cost about between $260 and $300.
Oh wow.
So it's a pretty penny, but it's really nice. The craftsmanship's there. It's like made of this hard aluminum shell. I wouldn't suggest you drop it, but if you do, it might survive. But I can play some of it. So this is what it sounds like when you turn it on. I love that sound, like when you turn it on.
Connected.
So if you guys want sound quality, I will play something. Yeah, this was like one of those random purchases like you buy that was just like worth every penny.
That's great. I just wish you could fit it on
Yeah,
your head.
It's got these cool lights on the legs too. It's like the LEDs. They have different
Oh,
colors
shit.
too, and yeah. But here's what it sounds like. Is it playing? And the top here, actually, you can control the volume. So I can make it low or I can make it high. So my fingers are sweaty right now, so I probably can't read it. So yeah, it's a really cool speaker. They have, like I said, different colors. You could go on the Gravastar website. They have like different mods too. So really great company. If you want something like more personal or just like to decorate your desktop space.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. I have a couple shirts I want to show off because I'm also into like merch collectibles. This one I got at Geek Fest in Jersey. So it was a little convention that I went to, a little nerd community. So it was a really cool festival. They have like vendors there, contests, prizes and stuff. So it's really cool.
That's cool. Okay.
This one. So I'm a huge Tame Impala fan. They're actually coming to Philly in March. So I got tickets for them. I got this at Lollapalooza in Chicago, 2019.
Oh wow.
So it's a official licensed shirt. So really cool.
Dude, that's cool. Yeah, that's
Probably yellow now because I worn it out so much. But
that's hard to get then, huh?
yeah, yeah. Like I like to collect like wearable merch that you can only get like at events. So this I got at Joji's Nectar tour. I think he's still doing a couple more shows. But I was in New York in last November, with a friend of mine, and I got to see Joji live for my second time, and I got the Nectar, the finale shirt, which was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love Joji's music. He's so awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, just little other things I have in my collection. I'm a huge Gorillaz fan. So I have the Gorillaz Almanac.
Oh
You
wow.
can get this at Barnes and Noble. Just like the last couple years, they've been doing stuff. I know the new album came out, Song Machine. So there's a couple, artworks featured from that.
That is so
You can
cool,
see
dude.
there's like a bunch of stuff in here, like stickers, like artwork from like some of the music videos.
Yeah.
I just love the style of Gorillaz. I think they're just like Jamie Howlett does a phenomenal, because he actually wrote or illustrated Tank Girl. So yeah, he does a great job with like the artwork. Really cool.
Wow.
Actually, yeah, there's some photos like fans have taken. So yeah, it's a really like a love letter to the Gorillaz. Like if
Yeah.
you want something like an appreciation book, it's really cool.
Wow. I gotta copy that.
And I guess I will finish off. Of course, I couldn't not talk about these. But if there's any Yu-Gi-Oh fans, of course, I was a huge Yu-Gi-Oh nerd way back when. So I will show off some of my cards for you. I feel like the rare hunters right now.
Right.
Just like so yeah, these are some of my cards that I own. So I used to play middle school and high school. Mainly I just collect now. But yeah, these are some of my cards. I keep them laced in laminates. Just because those corner edges like really like fold sometimes. I have the Egyptian God cards somewhere.
The Egyptian God cards. You're gonna end us all. Are we mad?
Just end us
Deploy the garrisons.
I forget the chant that Yugi says for the Winged Dragon Rod. It's like, Guardian of the Sun, please hear my cry. So here's the Egyptian gods. These are actually like easier to find now.
Oh really?
Before they were actually pretty hard
Oh shit.
to find, but these are actually the newer ones. So actually, I was telling Akram about this. So like a lot of the older, like card designs, like Blue Eyes White Dragon, it's so hard to find an original Blue Eyes White Dragon, artwork design, just because it's so rare now. A lot of the newer cards are like more updated. Like I can show you an example. And actually, I have some cards from the movie when the Pyramid of Light came out. So I have like a good collection. But yeah, see like. So this is an older. I can tell just by the artwork. So this is an older Blue Eyes White Dragon, right here,
Yeah.
and then this is a newer one right here. So you can tell by the artwork, which one's like newer. But yeah, some of the older ones are like holographic too.
Are they still producing
have-
these?
Yeah, they're still producing Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like now it's like it's Konami really like it's they fund tournaments now. They really like Yu-Gi-Oh is not what it was. That's why I stopped playing. Now it's just like it feels like battle royales now. Like there's the fun of it. I feel has kind of like lost on me, but I still collect just for nostalgia. But yeah, I have 2 Shining Dragons right here from the movie. I think I got these from eBay actually. I lost my original one, but these are cool. Like they're holographic.
That is
So yeah,
That looks premium. Yeah, that's cool.
great memories of my childhood. And
Yeah.
actually I have a custom playmat that a friend of mine gave me a long time ago. So I know most of them are just printed sheets of paper. This is actually like cardboard.
Ooh.
So it's time to do.
That is cool. They're
Yeah,
good
so
like shape
that's-
too. They're like you kept them like real preserved.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, right? Because otherwise it just loses its value. But also, if you ever want to just like have good memories with it, you want it in good shape.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
Um,
awesome.
Oh, and I guess I forgot. Also, I also have a few comics here.
Okay.
These are recent. I bought actually.
Oh shit.
So they're actually really cheap. I got these at Brave New Worlds in Philadelphia. A couple Spider-Man comics, like the older ones.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you guys ever like stop by your local comic book shop, they're probably bound to have some vintage or like retro comics from the old days. So yeah, they're really cool.
That's
and
nice.
they're really like well laminated.
Yeah.
So really awesome stuff.
You
But,
must really like Venom.
right.
That's cool though. Yeah.
Just sucked the movie was trash, but
That's really.
I'll hold my
cool.
peace on that. But but yeah, that pretty much wraps up my stuff. But yeah, as you can tell, we're huge nerds, huge collectors. So give you guys some ideas if you ever want to get into collecting. It is a very expensive hobby, unfortunately, but what hobby is it, right?
Right.
But yeah, so if you're really like an appreciator for like Star Wars or like comic books, definitely check out the websites that we've mentioned.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a fun episode. Hope we do another one like it down the road.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's just a little peek of what we have. Just our collection is expanding every day, unfortunately.
Yes,
We're gonna run out of room space.
It's fun though. It's great. Collecting is all about also tying back a lot of memories and just really honing the craft. Also, you can learn how to make certain things. Kit Bash, if you're a big fan, or just understanding the business, right? That's what it's about, especially in journalism, which is kind of like a form of what we do, even if we're doing a shitty job at it. But no, we're having fun. And thank you guys so much as well for if you stuck to the end. We really do appreciate it, right? And happy Valentine's Day to you. But Dylan, as always, do your thing. No, I'm not kissing you this time. We did that once, and it was the weirdest thing. I went like this, and then he kissed me at the same time.
I told you we're practically married on this podcast.
No, I told Dylan it's my first time kissing a guy, but you know what's the fucked up part? It's because the coronavirus, we had to do it virtually. So that's what happened.
till death do we part.
Oh no.
Death of this podcast. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking around for this episode. Check our other videos out if you haven't already. We're about to wrap up our Peacemaker season review next episode, and then it'll come to a close for season 2 of our podcast. Season 3, we got a lot of great things planned out. We got a lot of cool DC movie reviews coming. The Batman's coming, of course. I'm excited for that, so stick around for that. If you haven't watched our Book of Boba Fett reviews or some of our other like Star Wars content, definitely check it out. Can't wait for Mandalorian season 3. Season 3, Akram season 3.
Yes.
Got it right this time. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and thank you for having lunch with us.
See you guys.